Malaysia is heading back into a nationwide lockdown as it deals with a surge in COVID-19 infections. From Wednesday, social gatherings will be banned and schools will close. The restrictions will remain in force until the 7th of June. Afifa Arifin joins us live now from Kuala Lumpur for more. Afifa, just this weekend, the government said that it would avoid a nationwide lockdown and that it would impose targeted restrictions instead. What's changed?
That's right. So now a nationwide lockdown, or MCO 3.0, will be imposed across Malaysia until June 7th. This, as we know, is a major U-turn from previous announcements that were made just last week. That was when the government decided to just impose targeted restrictions in just several districts across several states. They had previously said that they would be trying to avoid or not having the need to impose a full nationwide MCO, as it could be disruptive. But in a statement released just about an hour ago, Malaysia's Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin said that, with the number of daily cases exceeding about 4,000 cases on average, Malaysia is currently facing its third wave of the COVID-19 pandemic that could trigger a national crisis. And also with the existence of new variants with higher infection rates, with increasing constraints on the public healthcare system, as well as the weak compliance of SOPs among members of the public, the government decided that it needs to take more drastic action to prevent the country from falling into a more serious health catastrophe. So essentially, under this third MCO, all social events, as you said, will not be allowed, from weddings to any other social gatherings. All educational institutions, from schools to universities, except kindergartens, will be closed. And in traveling, only 3 people will be allowed in the vehicle, including the driver. The rest of the regulations, from no dine-ins to no sporting activities allowed, will still continue.
In light of this lockdown, Afifa, lots of disruption expected ahead of the Hari Raya festive season.
That's right. Hari Raya is just in a couple of days' time. As we know, a lot of the rulings are still the same. So as we know, interstate travel previously was announced that it's not allowed, and this will still continue. So many Muslims were already informed that they will not be able to return to their hometowns to visit their families in different states. But this round, under this MCO, house visits during Hari Raya will not be allowed at all. And this is because the government said that the data shows that it is such of these gatherings and social activities are the main cause of COVID-19 transmissions in the country, and that the chain of infection can only be broken by asking people to stay home and to observe these tighter restrictions. But previously, for those areas under the MCO, up to 15 visitors are allowed for the first day of Hari Raya. And for those areas under the conditional or recovery MCO, up to 20 or 25 visitors are allowed for 3 days. So indeed, these new regulations are set to cause, further disruptions and really dampen the mood for many Malaysians celebrating Hari Raya this year.
Afifa, thank you very much. Afifa Arifin there in Kuala Lumpur.